my friends, and welcome back to another First Chapter Friday. So, today we are going to read the first chapter of Babe, the Gallant Pig, written by Dick King Smith. This is actually also a movie. The movie was based off of the book. So, Chapter 1, Guess My Weight. "What's that noise?" said Mrs. Hoggett, sticking her comfortable round face out of the kitchen window. "Listen, there it is again. Do you hear it? What a racket, what a row. Anybody thinks someone was just being murdered. Oh, dearie me, whatever it is, just listen to it, will you?" Farmer Hoggett listened. From the usual quiet of the valley below the farm came a medley of sounds, the oompa-oompa of a brass band, the shouts of children, the rattle and thump of a skittle alley, and every now and then a very high, very loud, very angry-sounding squealing that lasted about 10 seconds. Farmer Hoggett pulled out an old pocket watch as big as round as a saucer and looked at it. "Fair starts at 2, he said. It started. "I knows that," said Mrs. Hoggett. "Just because I'm late now with all these cakes and jams and pickles and preserves is meant to be on the produce stall this very minute. And who's going to take them there? I'd like to know. Why, you are. But afore you does, what's that noise?" The squealing sounded again. "That noise?" Mrs. Hoggett nodded a great many times. Everything that she did was done at great length, whether it was speaking or simply nodding her head. Farmer Hoggett, on the other hand, never wasted his energies or his words. "Pig," he said. Mrs. Hoggett nodded a lot more. "That was pig. I said to myself, that's pig, that is. Nobody round here do keep pigs, just a sheep for miles and miles. What's a pig doing? I says to myself. Anybody think they was killing that poor thing? Have a look here when you take all this stuff down, which you better do now. Come, give us a hand. It can go to the back of the Land Rover. 'Tisn't raining. 'Twon't hurt. Wipe your boots before you comes in." "Yes," said Farmer Hoggett. When he'd driven down to the village and made his delivery to the produce stall, Farmer Hoggett walked across the green, past the fortune tellers, games of chance, the Ferris wheel, and the band, to the source of the squealing noises, which came every now and again from a stall pen in the far corner against the churchyard wall. By the pen sat Victor, notebook in hand, a cardboard box on the table in front of him. On the pen hung a notice, "Guess my weight, 10 pence a shot," and inside was a little pig. As Farmer Hoggett watched, a man leaned over and picked it up out of the pen. He hefted it in both hands, frowning and pursing his lips in a considering way, all the while the piglet struggled madly and yelled blue murder. The moment it was put down, it stopped. Its eyes, bright, intelligent eyes, met the farmer's. They regarded one another. One saw a tall, thin, brown-faced man with very long legs, and the other saw a small, fat, pinky-white animal with very short ones. "Ah, come along, Mr. Hoggett," said the vicar. You never know he could be yours for 10 pence. Guess his weight correctly, and by the end of the day you could be taking him home." "Don't keep pigs," said Farmer Hoggett. He stretched out a long arm and scratched its back. Gently he picked it up and held it out before its face. It stayed quite still and made no sounds. "That's funny," said the vicar. "Every time so far that someone has picked him up, he's screamed his head off. Seems he likes you. You'll have to take a guess." Carefully, Farmer Hoggett put the piglet back in the pen. Carefully, he took a 10-pence piece from his pocket and dropped it into the cardboard box. Carefully, he ran one finger down the list of guesses already in the vicar's notebook. "Quite a variation," said the vicar. "Anything from 20 pounds to 40 so far." He wrote down, "Mr. Hoggett," pencil poised. Once again, slowly and thoughtfully, the farmer picked the piglet up. Once again, it remained still and silent. 31 pounds, said Farmer Hoggett. He put the little pig down again. "And 1/4, he said. 31 1/4 pounds. Thank you, Mr. Hoggett. We shall be weighing the little chap in about 4:30. Be gone by then. Well, we could always telephone you, if you should be lucky enough to win him." "Never win nothing." As he walked back across the green, the sound of the pigs yelling rang out as someone else took a guess. "You never do win nothing," said Mrs. Hoggett over tea when her husband, in very few words, had explained the matters. "Though I've often thought I'd like a pig. We could feed him scraps, and he'd come right just about Christmas time. Just think, 2 nice hams, 2 sides bacon, pork chops, kidneys, liver, chitterlings, trotters, save his blood for black pudding. There's the phone." Farmer Hoggett picked it up. "Oh," he said. All right, and now I will read the synopsis. When Babe, the piglet, first arrives in Farmer Hoggett's yard, Mrs. Hoggett's thoughts turn immediately to bacon and ham she will have when he is fully grown. As for Fly, Farmer Hoggett's old sheepdog, she is convinced that pigs are stupid creatures, no better than the other animals that humans eat. Then, in her soft-hearted way, she adopts the motherless babe and is promptly astonished at how quickly he learns all that she is able to teach him. But plucky little babe has plenty of surprises in store, and the farm will never be the same again. Bye, guys.